And I know where I'm headed, but won't forget where I'm from. I'm about to start another chapter, cause my story's just begun.
What's up guys, it's Dakota, bringing you a video finally after about a month and a half, 2 months. Long story short, I was working way too much at my job. My hours got jacked up, and my days basically went wake up, gym, come home for about an hour, do an hour and a half most, work, go do 6.5, 8 hours, whatever. I'm a part-time worker right now, and I was getting around 40 hours a week and doing 6 to 8 hour shifts every day, just about, with 1 or 2 days off maybe, and I use those days to chill. And I just really didn't have the drive or energy to put out quality content. I mean, I probably could have put out a couple videos, but they just wouldn't be the quality that I want on my channel. I know I don't have a lot of you guys watching, but I still want good content, or at least better than shit. Because one day, hopefully a lot of people see these videos. So today I am bringing you something that is going to hopefully be quality and hopefully help quite a few of you out there, because I've seen a lot of people struggle with the issue that I'm addressing. And the issue, we're just going to dive right into it, is leaning forward on your squat. Now there are a lot of things we can do to fix this, between breathing, proper breathing, changing up your foot stance, your angle at which you turn your feet out. There's a million things we can do, and this is just one of them. This is an accessory motion. You don't need really anything for this. That's going to help basically teach you feedback. That's going to give you feedback without, someone else watching you. And it's just going to give you kind of a feedback of how you're performing and where you need to fix things. And you're going to basically teach yourself. And through this, you're going to make the adjustments necessary, whether it be just up in your upper body or be also with changing out your feet. Anything like that. It's going to give you all the feedback, and it's kind of going to give you the very strong basis. So we're going to hop right into this. All you need for this exercise is going to be a length of PVC pipe. I'm using a broomstick without the broomy thing on the end. Most of them unscrew. I expect most of you guys have a broom at home. You can just unscrew the end, boom. You just need probably about 3.5 to 4 feet long, depending on your height. And that's it. The other motion, I'm actually going to teach 2 motions. The other one, all you need is like a doorway or something similar where there are 2 parallel objects that are upright that you can kind of lean into without falling over. So we're going to hop right into it, guys. So I need to move a little bit. I just got a text, so let me answer that too. I need to move over there, so I'm just going to skip. Yeah, jump cut. Alright guys, sorry for the worst lighting, but I have to set up my camera in technically a different room than where I'm going to be filming. So I'm sorry about that. If the audio is bad, I'm just going to commentate over it when I come back and redo it. It won't be anything too important that I miss. But basically, yeah guys, you're going to have your pipe, and I'm just going to walk you through basically what we're going to do. We're going to get into a front squat position. And for those of you who don't know how to front squat, boom, there you go. But you're not really going to need to do all that, because there's no resistance to this bar, really, maybe a pound or 2. You're not going to really have the weight helping to get it on your chest and keep it there, because if you don't have, and also since we're not gripping the bar like this, like you would on a front squat, or well technically like this, we're not gripping it with 2-finger grip or anything like that. We're just going to be using an open palm grip like this with your thumbs behind. That's very important. Feel free to bring it a couple inches off your chest or your collarbone. It's no big deal. All you really need to do is make sure your hands are essentially parallel, or like your palm of the hand right here is essentially parallel to the ground, and you're not holding onto the bar with your fingers, not even like this, your thumb, which is why I say keep your thumb in the back. It needs to be just flat forward like that. You need to be able to do that without resisting. And that's the big thing. A lot of people are going to want to resist that. Don't do it, man. Don't you do it. So we're going to hop over here, and we're basically going to squat like that. Now, to explain why, just to give you a quick example of what a kind of good squat looks like, basically we're going to come down, we're going to put it up on my back, my pussy, and my, wow. Anyways, and I'm going to bring, boom, parallel, and up. Now, if you notice, the bar path is fairly straight. It stays right above the middle of my foot, even though my stance is all jacked up right now. I did do squats yesterday, and it hurts. But basically, everything is good. I mean, you come in parallel, everything's in line, nothing too intense going on. Boom. Boom. Now, if we lean forward on the squat, you're going to see what I was talking about earlier. You end up in front of your feet. And you also kind of need to bring, you're not even parallel. This is about where I'd be parallel if I was in a proper stance. Because you'll see right here, if I bring it back to where I normally would, I just need a little bit more until proper depth. But shift forward and suddenly my hips shoot up with it. And that just means there's more room to travel, which means more energy used than you need to use. But also, you'll see what I mean by when I start to push up with my legs, it's more so my body than the bar moving. And then to straighten it out, I have this very long hip motion where you'll see I'm coming from right here to up here, as opposed to say if I was in a normal squat, it kind of all moves together. So to fix that issue, we're going to assume the position with your hands that I just explained, put right above your collarbone, maybe a couple inches if you need, depending on your wrist mobility and flexibility in general. Get up in your normal stance, and you're going to squat. Come all the way down, come all the way up. Feel free, don't worry about your depth past parallel. Just go as deep as you want to go. Honestly, if you can go all the way ass to grass and then all the way back up without dropping the bar, you're doing very good. Because what's going to happen if you start to lean forward with this is you're going to go and the bar is going to fall out of your hands and onto the ground, and you're going to know that you started to come way too far forward. Now, obviously, this is kind of over-exaggerated. Your squat probably will not be this upright in a real squat, but it gives you a good idea of if you're going too far forward. And what this is going to do is going to really cue in the proper motion for you and the proper feel and make you recognize what's right and what's wrong. Because constantly doing this and coming forward and, you know, like this bar falls, you know, obviously, eventually you're going to have to put it back in and figure out how to do it without making the bar fall. And if you can just keep doing this over and over again, then you're getting better. And you can do this to warm up with your squat right beforehand to really cue in the motions. Feel like Gandalf over here. And it's really going to help you a lot. So that's the first motion. Basically, to run over it, it is a little over-exaggerated on how upright your back will be, but it's still cueing the proper idea. It's getting you out of what you're used to of leaning forward. And as long as you can carry over what you are teaching yourself, you are really just teaching yourself here a mind-muscle connection. And if you basically strive to learn, just as if you hired a personal trainer, if you don't listen and try to adjust to what they tell you, basically, if you get a good one, you're wasting your time and you're not learning. Alright guys, as you can see, I have acquired my doorway, and I still feel like Gandalf, Dumbledore looking. Anyways, and this is the next motion I'm going to teach you. It's the same thing, except you don't need to use this open palm grip anymore. You can grip the bar just normal. I don't really recommend doing a front squat grip. Just kind of get it in your hands like you would. And what you're going to do is you're going to line up against the door. Now, not all the way. You don't want to be touching this, just because you do want to give yourself about ½ an inch to an inch of space between you and the wall, because your bar path being perfectly straight all the time is a myth. I'm sorry. So you do want to give yourself a little bit of space, not too much though. And what you're going to do is basically just commence with your squat. Now what's going to happen is with this one, since the bar's not falling forward at, you know, every step, and you just can't, this is the point, is if the bar's falling forward and you're leaning forward at multiple points in your squat and can't seem to fix it all together in one motion, in multiple motions I should say, and just keep redoing, what this is going to let you do is when you come down, if you start to lean forward, obviously you're going to stop and you can't really go down anymore. And from here you're going to have to fix something, whether it's bring your feet. Now you don't want to try to move with your feet too much though, okay? Because you can just keep getting farther and farther away, and it's just going to get worse and worse. So right here, say you start leaning forward here, you need to like kind of cue in and fix it and come back off to about where you were before and continue. And if you start to lean forward again, kind of play with things and fix it and come down and go back up. And just keep doing that. If you fail and lean forward into the doorway 6 times on the way down, but fix it each time, get all the way down, lean forward again 6 times on the way up, but fix it each time, doing this enough will help you until it's 4, 2 times, 1 time, none. And as soon as you can consistently do it, not leaning forward into the door, you're probably already good enough to just kind of move on and squat normally. But I do recommend you try the first motion I showed you, because just to kind of do it without the safety of the door. Now, that was the video, guys. I do hope this motion helps some of you guys out there, whether you are a trainer with a client who is struggling with this, or just a lifter who is struggling with this. Like I said, my girlfriend had some issues with this, and this did fix it within probably about a week. It helped a lot. Now, I'm not saying it's a miracle cure, but it can definitely be used in conjunction with your normal training to help cue in the proper connection between your mind and the muscles and everything and make it feel amazing. So that's the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Keep an eye out for more content like this. I do want to bring in some better stuff. So that's it, guys. And as always, train hard and stay hard. And yes, I had to reshoot that because I messed up my outro. I really miss saying that though, guys. Peace. I really hope you enjoyed it. As always, guys, I really just messed up my outro. Just lift hard. Fuck.